Hello everyone, now I am here with my next video of character sets. Here I want to tell you about Unicodes also and ASCII codes also. Actually, they are having some differences too. And why we need a character set, I want to tell you. Actually, we are dealing with languages, and when we are dealing with languages, each and every language contains some characters. And Java also a language, because for communication we need a language, and each and every language contains some character sets. And first of all, what are character sets? Because when we want to deal with something, we needs character. Every language contains character. So Java also needs characters too for communication with computer. We are having few character sets listed below. Number one is letter. Letter indicates we are having capital A till Z and small a till Z. Then we have digits. Digits vary from 0 till 9, and we are having different numbers, which is the combination of these digits. Then we have so many operators, but here I am listing three, that is arithmetical operator, logical, and relational operator. You are familiar with arithmetical operator, plus, minus, into, and divide. Last one is modulus. Percentage sign is modulus, which provides us remainder. In the logical operators we are having, relational operators we are having, but all over we are going to study in later. We are having one more video for that, totally about operators. And the next one is delimiters. Delimiters we are using in our program for separating few things. For example, semicolon for separating lines, colon, which we are using in our switch cases for separating cases. Then we have question mark also. Question mark we are using in place of if else as a conditional operator. Then we have curly braces, full stop, brackets and all as delimiter to separate one thing from another. We have comma too. Then what is ASCII code? First of all, each and every character which we are using in our computer needs a particular code, that is ASCII code. Full form of ASCII code is American Standard Code of Information Interchange. These ASCII codes contain decimal numbers, which is represented in 7 binary digits. First of all, decimal numbers which we are using, numbers which we are using are decimal numbers. Numbers which computer is using are binary numbers. For computer, numbers have only two digits, that is 0 and 1. Bi means binary. Bi means 2. Binary have two digits. Decimal, deci means 10. 10 means 0 till 9 we have 10 digits, means decimal number. And we are using decimal numbers, and other numbers are the combination of these digits. Same as computers using binary numbers, and binary numbers are the combination of zeros and ones. And we are having ASCII code from 0 till 127, a limited number of codes for limited number of characters. It is a basic drawback of ASCII codes. And then after ASCII code we are getting Unicodes, and we are going to talk about that also. Then basic thing about ASCII code is that we are using it in our programming, and you have to remember it, because in programming we are going to deal it. And if we want to see capital alphabets, means capital A till Z, you have to use ASCII code from 65 till 90. You have to remember the starting and the ending, and in between you can count it and specify it, the other letters and their positions. The same as small a till small z 97 till 122. You have to remember starting value and the ending value, means 97 and 122 you have to remember. And one more thing I want to tell you, that capital A and capital A and small a, the difference between both of them, it contains 32 letters between capital A and small a. You have to remember that. Then if you want to see 0 till 9 with the help of ASCII code, then you have to remember 48 till 57, and so many different special characters with me. For example, question mark, asterisk, comma, semicolon. Every type of special symbols, characters are present in between the other numbers. If you want to see them all together, you can see with the help of programming. See, we have few lists where we have every character from 0 till 127. See, 32 number indicates space. If you are providing ASCII code value 32, then character that is printed is space. If ASCII code we are providing 64, then we are getting @ sign. We are having few lists. If you want to see this list in your computer system, then you have to write few code. See, in this way, if you want to see, you have to write for int any variable. I am taking I is equals to 0 because counting of ASCII code starts from 0, and then I had already mentioned that I smaller than equals to 127. I want to count till 127. That's why I had already written one condition over there, that I should be smaller than or equals to 127. And I want to count step by step, means after 0 I want 1, then 2, then 3 till 127. That's why I placed I plus plus over there. Plus plus indicate plus 1, value of I plus 1 always. And then what I want to display, I have to write it in between the brackets, function brackets of system.out.print. I'm using print because I want continuously each and every letter in a continuous way. I want to show you all. If I'm writing println, then each and every letter come one by one in different line. It is not possible to show you together. That's why I'm using system.out.print. And see what is the output. In this way, you are getting every character one by one with space. If you want separately, then what you have to write? In place of 0 you have to write 65. In place of 127 you have to write 90. Means capital A till 90 means capital Z. Capital A is 65, capital Z is 90. You want to see capital A till Z, then what you have to write? From 65 till 90. That's why you are getting output window, and what you are getting in output window, capital A till Z, each and every character one by one with space. I had written char over there. Why? Because I is integer and I want to convert that integer into character format. That's why I'm writing char over there. I'm converting one data type into another data type. Then you are able to see alphabet. Otherwise, if I'm not writing char over there, then you are getting integer values, means in place of A you are getting 65. In place of Z you are getting 90. But we want characters present on that ASCII code. That's why I had written char over there in brackets. Whatever you want to write, any data type, if you want to convert in any other data type, you have to write over there in brackets. Now I want to convert it into char. That's why I had written char over there. Char means character. Then if I want to use small letters, then I have to mention 97 small a, 122 small z. That's why in place of 65 I had written 97, in place of 90 I had written 122. And now we are getting small a till small z as output. Then we are talking about Unicodes. Why we are having Unicodes? Because ASCII code is limited, and when we are shifting from one system to another system, one operating system till another operating system, ASCII codes always change. Means maybe one character contain different ASCII code, or sometime different ASCII code contain different letters. Means unique thing is not present, varies from different places. That's why Unicodes appears. Unicode is unique code, universal code. Each and every character have a separate Unicode. That time we are having limited number of character, and now we can use any other character of different languages with the help of Unicodes. We can use it. So many characters with different limits we can use it. And now when a character is entered from keyboard, a specific code is assigned to a system to store into a memory, that is universal code. Unicode was developed in 1990 and integrated earlier codes used on computer system. Means ASCII code is also present inside universal code. If we are talking about it, you can use it. Unicode is standard encoding system created by Unicode Consortium to encode character in computer language. They want some new thing, unique thing, that's why they had created it. And you can use any printable character, letter, digit, anything. So many things attached with letter also. We have so many punctuation marks, emojis also we can use with Unicodes. And then for example, if you want to use new line, you can use it. Whatever printing character you are having, universal code provides a code for that character. And then I want to talk about the length. It is not limited. That's why Unicode provides that 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit. Every binary code can exist inside universal code. It is elaborated that much that every language can be contained inside universal codes. And then for example, encoding, there are different ways of encode Unicode. What do you mean by encode? Actually, when I'm writing capital A, you are able to understand, but when I'm writing 65, you don't know about ASCII code, then you are not able to convert that ASCII code into 65. Means you are not aware of that. I'm converting A into 65, and the person who know that A is 65 is able to understand what I want to say. I'm encoding it. I'm converting that code that another person is not able to understand what I'm telling. I'm converting that language so that only few person can communicate with me, other are not able to understand. That is encoding. Means converting one thing into another so that another person can't able to understand what we are talking about. And there are few encoding schemes, UTF-7, but it is not familiar, that's why it is not officially used. UTF-8 is familiar with so many things, that's why we are using it. 16-bit is not that much usable. 32-bit is not that much usable. Commonly what we are using is UTF-8 because we don't want to waste memory, we want to utilize it. The limited number of things we are using, that is 8. Commonly everywhere we are using, in Java also, internet also, electronic emails also, and so many another things also we are using UTF-8. Then I want to tell you where you have seen the Unicode. Actually, when you are using MS Word, you are inserting one symbol in MS Word. See, you have already seen Unicode hex. Hex means hexadecimal code. Unicode is using hexadecimal code for characters present in keyboards. For every character there are some codes so that computer can understand which code you want. Each keys when pressed together, every code is going to be kept inside a memory, that is universal code, hexadecimal codes for keyboards. And then I want to tell you about advantages of Unicodes over ASCII codes. Unicode is for every possible character. In every languages, whatever characters belong, that belongs to Unicodes. Unicode have that much memory for containing all characters together. The universal coding scheme followed throughout the world, and more efficient coding system it is. Space efficient too, data transmission efficient too. The code is unique for all characters. They are not varying from system to system. Allow each character in every written languages to be encoded. Any language you bring, Unicode have that space to contain that alphabet. It supports ASCII codes, alphabets, symbols, and emojis too. I think you are able to understand why we are using these codes in computer system, so that we can communicate with the system. We want character sets so that the easily communication is going on between a programmer and a system, computer system. If you are able to understand, then like it. If you are not able to understand, then ask with the help of comments. And thank you for watching.